Kevin Harrington. With over 500 products launched and generating $5 billion in product sales in over 100 countries, Kevin Harrington is the inventor of the infomercial, as seen on TV pioneer, and original shark on the Emmy Award-winning TV show Shark Tank. Get Down to Business with Kevin Harrington is an exclusive television showcase featuring one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs getting to know business owners from across the nation. Now, it's time to get down to business with Kevin Harrington.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from ABC's hit TV show Shark Tank. Please welcome Christopher Nudo, who is an attorney serving the Chicago metro area and surrounding suburbs. His dream team of professionals focuses on helping families during that difficult time when someone close passes away. They also focus on preventative estate planning to minimize legal costs, tax burdens, and other related challenges that people face during these life events. Christopher, welcome. Great having you.
Thank you.
I got a first question for you. Tell us about an estate plan and what that is and how it works.
Sure. Estate planning is an assembly of documents that's put together to manage and transfer your assets when you die or become incapacitated. Good example of that is a living trust, a will, power of attorney for health care, power of attorney for finances.
Right. Obviously, something people should be thinking about doing before they pass away, right?
Correct.
So you mentioned living trust.
Yes.
Let's talk about that, because that's something that a lot of people hear about, but they may not really know exactly what it is.
Sure. A living trust is, think of it like a contract or a family agreement where you get to set the terms of who, when, and how your assets are transferred when you die. It is very similar to a will, but it has a lot of advantages.
Right. Well, let's talk about the advantages, because if somebody's sitting there right now saying, I'm thinking about a will, but maybe I should also do a living trust, what are the advantages of a living trust over a will?
A living trust, first and foremost, avoids probate.
Okay.
And probate is the court-administered process of transferring your assets.
Right.
It also can be designed to minimize taxes. It can provide asset protection for your children if designed correctly.
Yeah.
It's a very private document because it's not used by our courts. It's just the people inside the family that gets to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So living trust has a lot of advantages.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm an entrepreneur. I start businesses. I grow them. I sell them. But some people, continue to just run a business, and they're going to be passing away at some point. They should be thinking about succession, right? This is a big part of what you do, because if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, if you can see that business continuing after you die, you need a succession plan, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, and let's talk about the importance of that and how you get involved in that whole side of the legal side of the business too.
As you mentioned, business succession planning is an integral part of a good estate plan. Most business owners get lost in the day-to-day operation of their business, and honestly, most small business owners can't see somebody else running their business since they've been the one running it from day one.
Yeah.
They need to take some things into consideration. One, what is the value of their business, and how, if they die, can their family recognize the value of their business?
Absolutely.
Second, are they mentoring the next generation of leaders? Because most small businesses don't get sold on the open market. Rather, an internal employee or some family member wants to take over the business. So how's that business going to get funded? How's the wealth from that business going to go to your family? And so these are the considerations that should be thought about if you think your business is going to continue after you die or even become incapacitated.
So Christopher, I want to call you the entrepreneur's lawyer, because you are skilled in the world of succession and estate planning. And thank you for being here today. And I just want to say that this has been a very valuable session today, and I want to thank you for listening. You heard it here. The law office of Christopher Nudo is putting business owners and their families in a better position through estate planning. To book your free 15-minute consult, visit www.nudo.net. Thank you, Christopher. Great having you here.
You're watching Get Down to Business with Kevin Harrington. Kevin is a product marketing mogul, inventor of the infomercial, world-renowned speaker, and best-selling author who's sharing his insight with entrepreneurs.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington. I'm an original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank. Please welcome investment advisor and best-selling financial author Richard Rodman. Now, Richard has 54 years of investment and money management experience, including his seminar, How to Create and Manage Wealth. But now, Richard has just released his new book, Lessons for Long-Term Investors. And so, Richard, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank
54 years in this industry is pretty awesome.
Time flies.
That's great. And so I want to ask you, what are your 3 pieces of investment advice you would give to investors today?
Sure. The first one is to try to control your emotions. And it's not easy in this environment. I understand, but it is essential.
Yeah, those TV networks love to get you all excited.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've spent a lot of years trying to teach people how to overcome fear.
Right.
And sometimes we hit it just right, and sometimes they lose all fear and they start to get greedy.
Yeah.
You know, it's a kind of a balancing act.
Gotcha.
Okay. The second one, people think it's what stock you buy or what bond you buy that determines your outcome and your results. It really isn't.
Okay.
Over 90% of the results you're going to get are from what's called asset allocation.
Asset allocation.
In other words, how you divide your money up between stocks, bonds, cash, real estate,
Treasuries,
and
right.
so forth and so on. Private equity.
Yeah, sure.
And that will determine how well you do. So you got to get your asset allocation right for you. The third would probably be diversification. Okay, because there's a subset of asset allocation called diversification.
Right.
For instance, in equities, you can invest in different industries.
Yes.
You can invest in different large companies, medium-sized companies, small companies.
Yeah.
Growth style investing, value style investing with
Right.
dividends, international,
Yes, that's
whatever you
great.
like. So there's a lot of combinations and permutations there.
Yeah. Once you kind of settle people down and listen to your strategies and get them into the right allocations,
Right.
it starts working.
Right, correct.
You have some famous investors and quotes in your book. And are there any famous lines that you like to tell investors about?
There's so many of them, but maybe my favorite of all time is Warren Buffett.
Right?
And Warren Buffett said he came into this business when the Dow Jones average was 100.
100.
Right. And now it's about 34,000.
Oh, wow.
So what he says is, how can anyone not make money? But he said most people don't.
Huh.
And they don't because of fear and greed. And they kind of move in, move out,
Right.
and do all the wrong things.
So, Richard, you wrote your first book, actually 27 years ago, was The 17 Laws of Successful Investing. And now you have updated that with some new laws. And I just want, for the folks that are listening right now, share some of your favorite laws of investing with them.
I'm going to share one.
Okay,
And
great.
it ties into
Perfect.
this whole conversation. Okay. It's number 8. And it says never, ever try to time the market. And here's why.
Okay.
Over the last 20 years, the Standard & Poor's 500 index has averaged 9.8% a year. But if you miss 10 days in those 20 years, one day every 2 years, which is nothing, your return's only 5.6%.
Oh,
And if you missed 40 days, which is only 2 a year for 20 years, your actual results are minus 1.1%.
Okay.
You lost money over 20 years.
right. Wow.
So that's the point.
So you have to focus on staying with your plan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tweaking it as need be as
Right.
you go in life.
There you
and
go.
As, you know,
Because things change every day.
They do.
Yeah,
They
it's
do.
awesome. Yeah. So you're writing books. You've been doing this for 54 years. You've got an awesome track record. For folks that would like to get the book, where can they go to see the book?
Well,
To purchase?
90% of all books are sold on Amazon. It's right there, The Lessons for Long-Term Investing.
Awesome. Richard, thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here today. It was awesome hanging out with you. And I think sounds like buying the book would be a pretty good investment. So if you're an investor or interested in learning more about investing, I want you to go to Amazon.com. Buy Lessons for Long-Term Investors by Richard Rodman. Visit Amazon.com and pick up your copy now. Thank you.
You're watching Get Down to Business with Kevin Harrington. Kevin is a product marketing mogul, inventor of the infomercial, world-renowned speaker, and best-selling author who's sharing his insight with entrepreneurs.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington. I'm an original shark from ABC's Shark Tank. I'd like to welcome Dr. Tom Heemstra, an international commercial airline captain of 34 years. He's also a former F-16 fighter pilot and F-16 fighter squadron commander. He retired a few years back as a lieutenant colonel with 15 combat missions in the Gulf. Dr. Heemstra has a PhD in strategic leadership and is also a transformational leadership expert, as well as a best-selling author of the revolutionary book on quantum leadership, Break Out of Your Box, Leveraging Potential, Power, and Productivity. Dr. Tom, wow, how about that? You've created something you've called quantum, but you have a Mach 5 and also a Mach 1 version of this. Can you explain what that's all about?
Well, Mach 1 was the original barrier, the sound barrier, right?
Okay.
Breaking the sonic barrier.
There you go.
So supersonic. And then Mach 5 is the next barrier, right? We routinely can break the sound barrier, but Mach 5 we can't quite do. So human perseverance and science. So we want to bring that Mach 5 to my company and helping people to break the next barrier for them to superior performance.
Yeah. You know, when I think about the flights, and you were a F-16 squadron commander and all the things you've done, written books, bestsellers, what is it that inspires you and motivates you on a kind of a day-to-day basis?
Well, first my dad, when I was 10 years old, took me to an air show, and that was when the dream started. I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
So that took hold, and my dad always said growing up, dare to be different. When I've adjusted that as grown up, that dare to make a difference. So that's what it's all about with Mach 5, daring to make a difference and help others dare to make a difference to make their dreams come true too.
That's awesome. So I love the term quantum and leadership and Mach 5, Mach 1. What is the significance of that word, quantum? And it just keeps popping up in your books and our discussions here.
We have problems that are difficult to solve with disengaged employees, dysfunction in the organization, and disappointing profits. So we bring those quantum solutions. It's for the 21st century. So the old paradigm was Newtonian, right? Where it's a formula, it's predictable, and we're not in that world. We're in a world of potentiality, which is quantum potentiality.
So you work with small businesses, large businesses, maybe. Is there any example you could give me of without mentioning names, but the type of thing that you've done for a company that helped them maybe utilize some of your quantum techniques?
Yeah, well, there's a local business. I'm from the Knoxville area, and he was a Navy veteran, and he had his own business there and wanted some coaching, and so we helped him, and he got notoriety as the best small business in Knoxville after we worked together on coaching stuff. So there's been some great successes in helping people.
Well, that's great. So you help business owners and create some really cool strategies, some quantum techniques, Mach 5 techniques, it sounds like. And I want to thank you for being with us today, Tom. And for the viewers at home, if you'd like to take your first step into quantum leadership, then you should purchase Tom's book at breakoutofyourbox.com. And you can connect with Tom actually also at Dr. Tom at Mach5ls.com. Visit his podcast at Mach5leadership.com and buy his new book and change your life by becoming an outstanding performer, bringing success and incredible value to yourself, your family, your community, your business, and your country.
Thanks,
Dr.
sir.
Tom, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Take care.
You're watching Get Down to Business with Kevin Harrington. Kevin is a product marketing mogul, inventor of the infomercial, world-renowned speaker, and best-selling author who's sharing his insight with entrepreneurs.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington. Please welcome Ted Fischer, CEO and founder of Fischer Investment Strategies, a leading financial planning and investment management firm based in Southern California. Fischer Investment Strategies caters to busy, successful people who don't have time to manage their money. Their clients value the expertise of a certified financial planner and prefer to utilize fiduciary investment advisors to avoid any conflicts of interest regarding their financial recommendations. So I want to welcome Ted Fischer. Great having you, Ted.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. So many investment advisors are fee-based, but you are a fiduciary investment advisor, meaning you're not getting commissions from third parties, whereas fee-based people, they're getting commissions and maybe not able to provide as valuable a service as you do, not getting these commissions. Let's talk about this and explain why your model may be more beneficial to investment folks.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of fee-based advisors and not enough fiduciaries out there.
Right.
I started the Fischer Investment Strategies 12 years ago as a fiduciary investment advisor and to provide comprehensive financial advice.
And if someone buys a product through you, sometimes people would be, other advisors might get commissions on that, but you only get paid from your client, actually, correct?
That's correct.
So your
yeah.
client knows it's full disclosure of what you're getting paid.
That is correct.
Yes.
And myself or any of my advisors, we do not sell investments. We don't sell insurance products. We don't earn any commissions or kickbacks of any kind. Our incentive is the same as our client. The more money we make for our client, the more money we make. The less money we make for our client, the less money we make.
Gotcha. Well, what is your investment philosophy? Let's talk about that.
Sure. We use a cutting-edge, evidence-based investment philosophy that's endorsed by the top business schools in the country. We provide the highest expected rate of return at the least amount of risk for a client's given situation, whether it's ultra-conservative or ultra-aggressive, at a very, very low cost.
Gotcha.
We don't believe in a one-size-fits-all.
Is there any tax planning that you have to do for your clients also?
Yeah, tax planning, as maybe we all know, can have a significant impact on investment returns. So it's important to choose an investment advisor that has a solid understanding about tax planning, such as a certified financial planner like myself.
Right.
And, believe it or not, just the tax plan alone, many times it pays for itself.
That's awesome.
Which is pretty nice.
Fantastic. So I know that you work with individuals, and that's awesome. But there's people out there right now that are entrepreneurs. They own a business, and I want to know: do you do retirement plans for businesses also?
Yeah, that's great you asked that. So we thought that if we're working and spending so much time on the wealth management side of our business, acting as a fiduciary, why not do the same for retirement plans?
I've dealt with investment advisors for years that take the commissions, and they're making a lot of money. You just don't know how much, right? Off of my money, right? That's right. So you disclose fully everything. Ted, this has been great hanging out here. I want to thank you for being with us. And for those that are out there that might need some help with your financial plan, maybe you want to work with a trusted firm like Ted's, I want you to contact Fischer Investment Strategies right now for a free half-hour financial consultation or a retirement plan review if you own a business. So call 805-418-7686 or visit the website at the bottom of the screen, fisfp.com. Thank you very much. And Ted, it was an awesome pleasure having you today. Thank you.
You're watching Get Down to Business with Kevin Harrington. Kevin is a product marketing mogul, inventor of the infomercial, world-renowned speaker, and best-selling author who's sharing his insight with entrepreneurs.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from ABC's Shark Tank. And this is Kenneth Ferrier, a guy who's very passionate about helping people. And Kenneth has over 14 years of consulting and coaching experience with clients, helping them negotiate strategies with not only the IRS, but also state departments around the United States. Now, he's here with us today to explain why he's so excited about what he does. And Kenneth, thank you for being here today. And,
how are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. And, you help people get out of tax trouble, right? And so what are some of the tax challenges that people face, and why are you passionate about helping them?
Some of the things that we help starts from basic tax returns that we help people get current with. And then we go right into IRS negotiations of programs. We can help them get control of their life again. We also do this actually with the state as well, too. Sometimes clients also have a double whammy, and they have a state debt as well, too.
Right.
The passionate part comes from in here. I mean, I've been doing this for 14 years and actually helping somebody. Because today, a lot of companies and a lot of things that I hear is just the opposite.
Yeah,
so
right.
the opportunity to actually help somebody, you know.
And these folks, they're getting letters, phone calls for money, for taxes, for this, for that. And for those that are maybe experiencing something like that, let's talk about exactly what you do in an IRS evaluation. Somebody calls you, they got IRS trouble. Walk me through that process.
Okay, the first thing that we would do would be the IRS evaluation or / investigation.
Right.
We do it in 10 business days. By law, every piece of information that the IRS has on a client, we actually get. So that gives me an opportunity to not only email that information over to a client, but actually sit down with them and review everything in 100% detail. And then I can actually give them a game plan in writing.
Okay.
For a total resolution of the problem.
So each client gets a different game plan, and generally it might involve some kind of a discount on what they actually owe, meaning
Yes.
they're not hopefully going to have to pay the full amount.
Absolutely. That's actually a great word for it, discount. The IRS has some really wonderful programs right now that are available for individuals. And that's part of the evaluation that we do too, Kevin. We do a financial review as well too.
Right.
We're actually working with a wonderful gentleman right now in Pennsylvania. He actually has an issue where he owes the IRS quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
So we actually pulled his information. We went through a whole financial review with him, and we found out that we can actually get him into an IRS hardship program.
Okay.
This particular program allows us to get him where there's no monthly payments, and that the only thing the IRS will be able to get for him at the end of this would be his actual refund.
A
at the end of
refund
year.
down the road.
Correct.
So no payments, just a refund in the future.
No payments, as long as he remains current and compliant with everything else.
Gotcha.
Then correct. Everything there'll be no payments and a little bit of refunds, and then at the end of the collection statute expiration dates,
Yeah.
he'll be free of everything.
That's awesome. That's where the rubber meets the road here. Is someone having trouble, and now you take care of that by getting all the information, negotiating, and you've been doing this 14 years. So I guess clients, I'm going to tell them that they should feel comfortable dealing with someone like yourself, A&R Financial Consulting Group. Well, Kenneth, I think we've had a good session here today. Those that are listening, thank you for being here today and sharing your words of wisdom. And I want to say that if you're looking for help with filing tax returns, tax planning, or other tax-related matters, please reach out to Kenneth at the number at the bottom of the screen, or visit arfinancialconsultinggroup.com. You can also join his Facebook group, IRS Debt Erasers, Your Path to a Permanent Resolution. Thank you, Kenneth. Great having you today.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
You're watching Get Down to Business with Kevin Harrington. Kevin is a product marketing mogul, inventor of the infomercial, world-renowned speaker, and best-selling author who's sharing his insight with entrepreneurs.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank. We have an incredible guest with us today, a man whose life story is nothing short of inspiring. A serial entrepreneur, author, speaker, devoted family man, and also an immigrant who turned the American dream into a reality. Albert Shakhnazarov is the founder of Axe Elite, a world-class sales organization that has redefined industry standards. Albert arrived in the United States at the age of 15 with zero knowledge of the English language. Born in Russia, he endured hardships and even lived in a refugee camp before finally making his way to the United States. Fast forward to today, and Albert has not only overcome immense challenges, but has also built an empire in the telecommunications industry. With over a decade of experience in the field, he's become an inspiration and a true example of what it means to achieve success in America. Now, Albert, I want to thank you for being here today. What an awesome story. I mean, you have survived, not only survived, but you have crushed it in building a sales organization. Yes. You have over 100 people working for you now.
Yep.
And you empower them and motivate them every day. But my question to you, what motivates you?
So what motivates me is, being able to go out there and make a difference in my community, knowing that I didn't have the support, I didn't have the vehicle, education, or resources to go into the business world. And I was scared, I was nervous, but I promised myself that once I make it, once I figure out the sauce, the secret to how to make this thing work, the business, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna teach others to do it as well.
Great. Now you've created this elite sales organization, 100 plus people. You have helped over the last 10 years, over 75,000 businesses
That's
be more successful, right? Small companies, big companies like Verizon Wireless, for
Yeah.
example. I know you've really been a major force helping them be more successful in their business. What makes you better and different than some of the other competitors in the business?
Fantastic question. You know, most companies focus on profits and they don't focus on their people.
Right.
So what we have done is that our main focus, core focus, is to be able to help our people.
Gotcha.
Now we have our training system designed and developed to help anybody that can come in to learn sales,
Right.
to work on their self-conception, confidence, understand how to, run your business, to how to balance your checking book. All those things are not taught in school. All those things are not taught in the world.
Right.
So when they come to Axe Elite, they're able to have that mentorship and guidance
There you
to
go.
take them to the next level.
Yeah, because you've coached over 100 young men and women, and,
Yeah.
and you're teaching them not just sales, but also how to be a leader.
I'm a big, sayer of one is too small a number to achieve greatness. So anything you're gonna do in life, you're gonna need people, right? You have a book, How to Be a Key Influence Person,
Right.
And to me, that book drives exactly why leadership is important.
Right.
You have to be able to drive people to the promised land. You have to be able to influence people to do the right thing. The reason why leadership is important to us is because these people are going to have families. These people are going to be part
Right.
of communities. And if they don't know how to lead, they don't know how to be able to impact and influence, it's going to hinder their growth and those around them. I have 2 books coming out. I have a book coming out that's called From Average to Elite. That's going to help anybody with a mindset, discipline, and structure on how to be able to take first basic steps and change your atmosphere. And I also been a co-author with the founder of Reebok, how to go from surviving to thriving.
To thriving. Awesome. So from a refugee camp in Russia to now here in the U.S., crushing it with over 100 people that you're mentoring, coaching, teaching, building sales organizations, working Verizon. You've done some awesome things over the years. I want to thank you for being here, Albert. And if you want to get in touch with Albert, you may reach him at www.axeliteusa.com or on social media. He's known as Young Hustler VX3. Albert, Young Hustler.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Let's
Thank
do
you.
it.
Take care.